What's up, 402 crew, and welcome to another edition of our reviews. This time around we take a look at the Beijing X55, or the BAIC X55, to give you the full company name. Brand that actually has quite a long history outside of South Africa. Started off in 1958, and quite a large brand, sixth largest manufacturer of motor vehicles in China. And let's just put that into perspective for you. South African market, total car sales across all the different brands, we probably managed around 500,000 car sales 2022, 2021, and probably the same for 2023. Beijing on its own, just on its own in China, 1.7 million vehicles, which is just unbelievable. And again, we're seeing the Chinese market growing and bringing out, great looking products. If we have a look at this Beijing, it looks fantastic on the outside. Really a brilliant design. Lots of designs these days. People want to classify as either feminine or masculine. This one falls right smack in the middle. I think it's a great all-rounder. It doesn't matter who's driving it. And size-wise, very, very similar in size to its, I want to say traditional competitors, but I mean, there's nothing traditional about the Beijing, right? So it does, however, compete with our stalwarts in the South African market, which would be the VW Tiguan and the Toyota RAV4. However, both of those would only be the entry-level versions. So we're talking at a price point that competes with the top range versions, but your competitors are entry level. So features wise, you cannot fault this car. Engines, we've got a 1.5 liter turbocharged engine in the Beijing, linked to a 7-speed DCT and 130 kilowatts. Can't argue with that. It's great acceleration for the car. It suits the car very well. If we talk about its competitors, the RAV gives you around about 100 kilowatts, the VW Tiguan 110. Torque, obviously the RAV4 can't compete because it's a naturally aspirated engine, but drive-wise very similar. In fact, quite a bit nippier than the VW Tiguan, which would be its traditional competitor. If we look at a left field competitor, and we call it left field because it in no way should be a competitor, but we're talking polo money for full-size SUV, and full size because you could house a full family in this vehicle. Excellent space. You could easily fit 5 adults in this with comfort and all their luggage, and you'd have no complaints. Vents front and rear for aircon. Really nice design on the interior. A nice 10.1 inch display for the driver, and an accompanying 10.1 inch display for the passengers, except that one's obviously slightly wider, let's call it that, longer. Android based operating system, so that gives you quite a bit of functionality. A little bit slow to respond, but it deals with all of your functions quite nicely. Once you get used to it and you adapt all your controls to the way that you want them, I don't think you'll have much of an issue. The steering wheel controls are excellent. They could have been a lot worse, as we've seen with a lot of other manufacturers. Again, the traditional manufacturers going full touch, which has created a lot of problems in other markets, as we've seen. These guys, though, stuck to the traditional. And features wise, man, this thing wants for nothing. It gives you full keyless entry, your obviously stability, hill start assist, hill descent control. It's got cruise control. It's got leather steering wheel that I have said is multifunction, lots of adjustment for the steering wheel, and the materials, again, all soft touch throughout the cabin. No cheap feeling materials here. On the premium model there is full leather interior that's offered, and again, price point 489,000 rands. I have to stress that this is one of the best value for money vehicles in the country at the moment, if we're talking SUV. And if you're lucky enough to be able to afford something in this price range, I certainly know where our money would be. If I had to choose between an entry-level VW Tiguan or a RAV4 or a Polo for that matter, I'd actually skip those and go straight ahead to the Beijing X55. Now, traditionally you'd have to ask yourself, okay, but what are these guys going to do in the long term? Well, the Beijing offers you a 5-year 150,000 K warranty, and right now it comes with a 5-year 60,000 K service plan, which I think is adequate. There should be some upgrade options should you want them, and really this is just such a great all-rounder. Our short drive in the vehicle did present a smooth drive. The gearbox is really great. Interesting fun fact for you guys, the Beijing X55 is built in a joint venture factory with Mercedes-Benz. So in China we have a joint venture called Beijing-Benz, and your X55 is built alongside the new Mercedes-Benz A-Class. Now that just gives you an idea of the kind of build quality we're talking about, and really you can feel it in the car. Everything is soft to the touch. The doors close with a solid thunk, and the same goes with everything else. Everything that you have to open and close on the interior feels solid, it feels good quality, and it feels like it will hold up. And generally we like to hold on to our vehicles for 5 years and longer, and this should, again, first impressions, the vehicle should hold up to that, and Beijing are backing that with their 5-year 150,000 K warranty, which is again up there with the market leaders, so the likes of the Hyundais and Kias, except that this comes in at a much lower price point. The interior of the vehicle, like I mentioned, beautifully finished, and with the option of ambient lighting. Now, who wouldn't want that in their vehicle? Now, if you show me a Polo with ambient lighting standard, I'd be very surprised, and I know that doesn't exist. That's why I'd be surprised. But yeah, it's a really nice place to be. You create your own mood for every drive that you do in the Beijing, and I think everyone that you pass by with this car will be smiling just looking at the vehicle. I mean, it's got plenty of great looking features on the outside. If you look at just the side cladding, it gives it a little bit of a muscular stance. That black roof line, together with the really nice choice of paint colors, it stands out. The slim design of the headlights and taillights, and really quite a futuristic looking vehicle. And if you'd asked me at the start, I would have guessed this to be an electric vehicle, but that's still to come from Beijing. On the outside, again, plenty of features: LED headlights, LED taillights, your rear view mirrors with the turn signals on either side, the 19-inch wheels, just all add up to a great vehicle to look at. I mean, walking up to the vehicle, you smile. I know there's an old saying that says, if you don't look back at your vehicle when you walk away from it, you bought the wrong vehicle. And I think you'll be looking back quite a bit at this X55. Such a great place to be. The drive was fantastic, engine smooth, great acceleration, with the gearbox not hunting at all, so it's perfectly suited to the engine and the size of the vehicle. it's not laggy, and really a great drive. And speaking of the drive, the driver's seat has nice 6-way electric adjustment, and if you choose the premium model, your passenger gets the same benefit. And the other thing the driver gets in the premium model is a heated and ventilated front seat, which again, you know, in its segment has to be one of the standout features here. Again, I don't think I can say this more. If this was our money, we'd certainly be choosing the X55 over its traditional competitors, especially the entry-level versions at this price point. It was a great drive and a great experience. Thank you to Beijing for offering us the opportunity to take this vehicle out on a test drive. And yeah, we'll see you guys on the flip side.
That's it from the 4-2 crew. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. See you on the flip side.
How